to another episode of Greenfield's Finest Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Z. Birds Idell. With me, as always, the boys are in the building. We got my main man, Angry John Rosado.
What's up?
What up, Rosado? We got Big Dr. Schulz in this mofo.
Hello.
And then we got my main man, Moneyline Welsh. What up, Moneyline?
What are you cheesing at?
No, I nothing.
So what? Podcast sucked last week.
You know what? Fuck you. And don't even fucking go there. Dude,
Audio sucks.
Listen, you suck.
The content,
you
the
fucking
content
suck.
My back
sucks.
hurts. I can't come.
There was fucking goddamn gibberish on the paper. Like we were reading hieroglyphics. I had to give it to Rosado to try to decipher it. He was like,
Among the boring
forgot his
topics,
decoder ring.
boring topics, you couldn't even spell them out right.
and then
Well, hey, idiots! I wrote this as like my back is like failing and I couldn't even like sit in a chair and I'm trying to like fucking suck it up. I'm sitting there with like a fucking Mr. Burns trying to put a fucking
Old blue
podcast
collar
together.
Jack is gone.
Yeah.
I think the one time we're like,
Blue-
what is he even talking about?
we had a
Well, you do
were you on
fucking.
PKs?
I
we
write
don't-
it because I write it in fucking shorthand. I don't have to write. If I wrote the whole fucking thing out, your brain has to work
You
a
have
little
like-
bit. I know you guys.
You got some Vicodin?
I ate them all.
Fuck you, Jack.
Yeah, I had to get them off of. Had to get him off a family friend. That's how bad
You
shape I was
had to
in.
go on a different stream.
we had to
Man,
abandon.
Vicodin are great.
They sure are, buddy.
You know, it's even better than that. Heroin.
Harry and Wayne.
Yeah, the Vicodin made me miss the oxys. I was like, these are cold, but I know something a little cooler.
Yeah, they do have a knack for that.
Good thing they cut down on giving them out.
Yeah, you gotta get the fives anymore. Boring. But yeah, the podcast sucks. So way to go, guys.
Nah, you ain't dying on that.
I had a million people reach out.
No, you didn't have a million people.
Yep.
First of all, I had people hitting us up. We had sound issues, for one. We had sound issues. They were
Never
taking-
happens on my watch.
Come on, dude. You stop the insanity. We had
People were like, it was way
We
better
had
without
your-
Jack.
your
'cause when
read-
they reached out to
we
me.
had your reading van gibberish that was on the paper that I had to read. And then we had to abandon ship. I was like, dude, I actually got comments like, dude, you guys turned it around. It was great at the end of that podcast. And I was like, thank you. I was like, yeah, we had to kind of like do our own thing. We're a team here. I don't know why you would ever separate from the team and be like, you guys suck. Like, you're a part of this team. I don't know why you'd root for
you
us to
drew up
fail.
the plays, cuz.
I don't know why
We
you-
just ran them.
Yeah,
No,
and you
you-
didn't run them effectively.
No, you like rooted for the podcast to fail because you have some kind
That's
of
not true.
Yes,
I
it is.
tuned in all excited. I'm like, man, I hope
You
the
lying
boys. I hope the
bastard.
boys killed it.
That's the
I'll bet my
biggest-
balls you
And-
didn't even listen to it.
I did it. I listened to the first 5 minutes. You guys sounded like a bunch of robots. I was like, get me the fuck out of here. This is fucking torture.
And it got great
You
after
know what,
that.
Jack?
So,
That really, you cut me deep there,
and
bud.
that reminds, if you
That
want
hurts.
to help us out with our Patreon, you can send us a Patreon. Patreon link will be posted. $5 a month. It helps the podcast keep going. We're here every week. We don't make anything off the podcast, but that money does help us ensure that we will put out an episode every week. So everyone that subscribes to Patreon, you are helping us put out an episode every single week, no matter what. No excuses.
Man, a back injury's like humbling. You can't do shit.
You can't
dude.
laugh,
No,
cough,
they
shit.
linger. It
They
sucks.
linger.
So annoying.
You can't get in and out of your car. Like it's still not great, but it's 1,000 times
How
better
did you
than it
injure
was.
it? Like,
I honestly don't know. Like I think we were carrying these LVLs, but I didn't like. It was one of those things like I didn't like pick something up and be like, oh.
Right.
It was like
yeah.
the next day, like what the fuck, dude? Like I had to hold the wall to get out of bed, and like
That's when you know something's
you're calling
off.
you're calling them in emergency Vicodin.
Yeah, I'm gonna need perk 30 stat.
Tell you what, my doctor fucking got me one of those like stim machines.
They're
What-
great.
You
The
fucking
electrode,
yeah,
like,
you just
yeah,
put,
those are
dude,
nice.
She was like, I'm insurance covered the whole fucking thing.
Really?
Uh huh.
Dude, them things are the best. I hurt my back last year when I went to the beach, and my brother-in-law had one. And I used that. It probably took like a good 6 sections of a half hour, but dude, it
Yeah, we
worked.
go to the chiropractor and they've been doing it, and then I like went to the doctor because it was lingering, and then like I had like a false day like last Saturday where
So
like
you have your own stim
I
machine.
just got it in the mail like right before I came.
Should have brought it.
Sweet.
I shoulda.
We could put it on our Gooch.
Yeah.
But I had like a false sense of like feeling good. So I went and like worked out a little bit. And, like
Well, that's
I took it
stupid.
like real easy though at like working out. And then I was like, man, I feel decent. Went to the driving range. The dumbest thing I could have fucking done.
You felt too
and then,
good.
And then I felt too
The
good.
Vikes were kicking in.
It was before the Vikes. Then I woke up and it was a fucking mess. And then you guys fucked up the podcast last week.
podcast was fine. The listens were.
I'll tell you what, coming off Memorial Day weekend and that Tuesday,
It's rough, dude.
dude, I like walked in tired as fuck. They're like, Jack ain't coming. I'm like, who's gonna talk?
Dude, we might have to like, I don't know. We haven't taken a break in like 4 years. Right? Like,
No, I mean
Like, we
everybody's
missed-
missed once in a while.
yeah,
but
well,
it's,
like, yeah,
the
don't get me wrong.
cores here all
Like,
the time.
I think Z-Bird's missed like once, but like, yeah, we've missed here and there.
Right.
But yeah, maybe like after a Tuesday on a holiday or something like that, we can give ourselves a little break or something
We could
like
all.
that.
I had an idea, like towards the end of summer or something. I'll talk about it after the thing. We
But
could
some podcasts like run in seasons.
bang one out and then bang two out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe start double recording, but that'd be, I don't know.
No, just one time. Just like to say we're all.
Dude, we could
missed
have had a
the
whole
week.
I
podcast
thought-
out in the waiting room.
Yeah.
Eagle Tits took fucking 90 minutes to hook up the fucking.
We rehashed the whole
It's
weekend.
like-
all the funnies out of
It's
us.
like 3 in the morning right now. Actually.
Yeah, because some podcasts will record back-to-back episodes. That wouldn't work for us if we just talk
No.
about like
Weekly shit.
weekly shit.
Not only that, once we get on a like funny thing, we just keep beating that dead horse.
Yeah, it'd be
At
tough.
least I do.
Yeah, 3 hours. I mean, we're probably looking at like 3.5 hours of podcast, and that'd be a little rough. I don't know how that old Joe Rogan does it, but he does get paid a pretty penny for it.
He's doing all right for himself.
Yeah, 100 million will change your attitude. You'll be
You'll be doing 5 a week.
fucking 8.
Well, yeah, if that's like your main
Yeah,
job,
Yeah, if it was my job to bang out,
5 podcasts.
That's why we
no
need
problem.
podcast.
Patreon
No
subscribers.
problem.
yeah. How many does he put out a week? It ain't
3.
5, 3, right?
I'm pretty sure it's 3.
Does it? They come.
Yeah.
I seem like they come out in bunches. I don't know.
They do come out. I mean, because it takes a couple of days to listen to one of them,
Right.
unless you're a lunatic just burying through 3.5 hours of a podcast.
Well,
And by the time you go look for another, it depends what you're doing.
Right.
If
There's
you're
a
going on
lot of
drive and shit.
lunatics out there,
If you're
Jack.
cutting grass
Maybe
all
you
day,
haven't
you get
realized.
through
That-
1.5.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. You can. Brandon Davis Memorial this weekend down the run. It was very nice, very great turnout. Good to see a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people.
It was nice to see a lot of people I haven't seen in a while.
I know the Davis family really appreciates everybody that stopped on and came down and hung out and everything like that. It really couldn't have been about it. I mean, like it rained for a second. The rain went away. There were so many people down there. It was just like a nice vibe. You know what I mean? Like environment. Like, when you get that many people together, you always start thinking about, could there be a fight? Nothing happened. It was just,
There was nothing.
It was a perfect day.
yeah.
Man,
Last
I said something about it like not raining, and I had like 10 people like jump down. It didn't rain in North Hills, or at least like I just missed it. And people are like, what are you talking about? It rained for a half hour, hard as hell. I had like 10 people yelling at me like, dude, relax on the rain, my man.
Well, no, so the dude who works for me, he was like, man, it didn't rain at all. In Greenfield, like I'm like 5 blocks away from where the party was, and it fucking like torrential downpour for probably like 20 minutes.
That's what I heard.
See, in my house, it rained real hard for like 5. Of
Yeah.
course, but during the 5, I was getting dropped off. Trying to go in my house. I didn't have my keys. Knocked on the door. My wife didn't answer. Had to run around into the garage. So I got soaked, but
Yeah, it was. Now we got like another 2 weeks here of like no rain coming up.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's
yeah, they
pretty.
said it's one of the driest spells ever.
Man, what are the farmers gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's pretty much like San Diego now, so that's sweet. Hammerfield got lights.
Pretty sweet.
That's the field we played Little League at.
Yeah.
I can see from my house the lights.
Can
dude.
you?
That's sweet.
Yeah, I guess you would be
Well,
able
not
to.
like the light towers, but
Yeah,
like
you-
the glow.
The bat signal.
Yeah, right.
That's the
so
coolest shit ever.
Hammerfield's getting lights. Obviously, we didn't have them when we were kids. There's a
We
lighting.
didn't even have a fucking scoreboard. It was like an old school scoreboard. Now they got a digital scoreboard.
We did have a scoreboard towards the end there where they like
The sliding-
manually like put the
Yeah,
numbers
yeah.
up.
Okay.
We had scoreboards,
Right.
the sliders.
But there's a lighting ceremony this Saturday at Bud Hammer Field at 7:30. So Old Turkman in Pittsburgh, the president of
GBA.
GBA, wanted me to shout that out. So I might stop.
We
up
allowed
there
to run the
Saturday.
bases.
I don't know. My brother's a big running the base guy. He loves to get out there and run the bases. But yeah, lights, man. That would have been pretty sweet. We even down McGee, I don't remember playing. Did we play night games at McGee?
I know, but I remember we used to play Derby.
We played Derby, and you would play softball.
I would say
under the lights.
softball was in the lights.
But never played a baseball
Flag
game.
football, but yeah, you've never had like I don't even remember like a pony game under the lights
That's
or
what I
anything
mean.
like that.
There was never a pony game under the lights. I'm just saying for our age group, maybe the kids a little bit younger than us, they might have gotten a night game, but I know for sure we never did. Because at 8 o'clock, actually, down there, almost every night, softball took the field.
Softball took the field, and yeah, playing at Hammer under some lights would have been sweet. But it also would have threw a wrench in our drinking up there too, because we used to drink in the back corner and
I
the
don't know,
lights
dude.
are
I'm
up.
about to get some 40s tonight, go up Hammer.
All right.
Dude, I wonder how
lights.
that neighbor that was like a pain in the ass behind there.
He
feels
had
about
to
that.
move, man. He
had to.
He had to.
That's his only
Because
option.
like that was like that. There was like a major like fucking.
He was mad about baseballs coming into
Yeah,
his
like,
yard.
bro, you-
Like, you move behind a baseball field.
right.
That was it. Yeah, it wasn't like he moved there and then they decided to put
They
the
had to
field.
put up a bigger fence, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. And he was
that
such
baseball
a pain in
field's
the
been there
ass.
since 1951, cuz.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that real? Did you make that up?
No,
Yeah.
it's 70 years old.
Yeah,
Oh,
they.
that's awesome.
Turk actually sent me the press release today, so that's how I knew that it was 1951. But yeah, that's good. It's awesome for the kids. Big day up here Saturday, so if you're looking for some dude in the old Greenfield area, stop on by. Keep it in the Greenfield theme here today. So Greenfield down McGee Field is where we played football at. There's a big 4th of July races every year. And when I say big, it's pretty big. I don't know, like, it's bigger than any other neighborhood I know, I'll tell you that. You got to say, what, there's 200 people down there
There's
at
got to be at
least?
least a couple hundred people.
More than
there.
that. I
Few-
think
probably
400
300, yeah.
400 people.
Big turnout every year. It's a big thing, huge for the kids. And somebody that is, like, in running the races hits up Z-Bird and my brother and wants them to do a show during the 4th of July races.
Yikes.
So they were like, what's going on with that is after the kids race and everyone's done racing, they're supposed to be playing softball and there's other activities. Somehow they want to like squeeze in a comedy show. And me and Joe already experienced this when people actually wanted to come. It's horrible. There was actually like 12 people
You
there.
guys, so during COVID, you guys did a show down there,
McGee,
right?
just for fun, you know what I mean? And there was like probably 20 people in the bleachers, and we had fun with it, and that was it. But you're talking about now is like at least 100 people left over who don't want to hear comedy.
They're chasing their kids
Chasing
around.
their kids. It's hotter
That's
than
the thing.
hell.
Like, I've listened to you and Joe's comedy. Maybe 8-year-olds aren't the target audience for
There's
that.
like
you know what I
younger
mean?
than that. Like literally,
Yeah,
like, there's
baby.
like kids
Yeah,
chasing
3-year-olds
their
around.
Yeah, they're
Right.
like all over the place.
So we were like, me and Joe were both talking back and forth, and we're probably going to be like, listen, if you want us to like umpire a game or something and like be like, you know, cut up a little
That
bit,
makes more sense.
we'll
yeah.
do that. But
What
like,
about like MC, like the races or a game?
Yeah,
like a
something
rock
like-
and jock.
yeah, like that would be a lot better than just having us like.
Who are
yeah,
you,
me-
Dave Cortez?
Yeah, and you start talking about boofing in front of little kids.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, let me get by a show of hands. You guys over there are the ones that are eating the pixie sticks. Well, you know about anything about boofing?
Yeah. Everybody put their Zag nuts down.
Hey, listen, do not eat your pixie stick yet. There's a way better way to do that.
Get your parents to cut each side off. And you guys
Blow
can
it in your
wait. I got a fun trick to do at a sleepover tonight.
So did you guys come to some type of like?
Not yet, but we're gonna get up what to do. We told them we'd do something, and we're like, but it's not gonna be a comedy show.
Can't be a comedy show.
No, that
It's
I mean,
just not even because of like your guys' material. It's just like you said, like there's just so much other shit going on.
dude.
It's so hard to force comedy on people.
Dude, I just went through this on Thursday night. Like, we did a comedy show over a pub in the park. Super fun place. I love doing shows there. But there was like a group of people that just did not give a fuck that there was a comedy show. They only made up one table, but it was like a cancer. It spread to another table. I literally had I was like, I'll do 5 minutes, get these dudes up here. I literally had to do 15 minutes just because it was so rowdy. It was literally like probably the rowdiest I've ever been. Then the thing that made me the most mad is like usually you don't know the people that are fucking. The one dude, yeah, it works for someone here. I'll say.
Did you know him?
Yeah, I knew him.
The Disturber.
One of them. So like I like let him have it a little bit. I say, dude, out of all people that are acting fucking crazy in here right now, you're gonna be one of them. Like, you know what I mean? And then
you should be the one I can count on not to be a dick.
Throughout the show, he was like screaming shit out, like when like Jack's brother Joe got to his closer of his one joke. You could tell he was like leading up to. He just screams out some fucking random shit.
Oh man.
Joe handled it well. He's like, for real, dude, in the middle of my closer.
Yeah, and he was like, oh man, and then I was like, dude, when I got up there, I was like, dude, no wonder your girlfriend don't like you no more. And she was like, I'm not his girlfriend. And then the best line ever, he was like, yeah, that's why, what, you're saying we wasn't kissing on the way over?
Oh! I'm on his side. Fuck that bitch.
Yeah. Because they were getting smoochy. She tried to act like she didn't know, motherfucker.
She's like, I ain't kissed him.
She was twisting tongues and tried to deny it.
He was playing with her short and curlies, and the next thing you know, she acted like she didn't notice, motherfucker.
Yeah, you took a bullet though, dude. Mike fucking he overran his jokes that he didn't even need to.
Just trying to
calm
it down.
You know,
it is true though. You're right. When one table starts like acting up, everybody puts their guard down. Like, if they don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck. Fuck these idiots up here.
But in all reality, besides the one guy that we all know that was there talking the whole fucking time, when the one table left. Everybody else kind of mellowed out. I mean, you still had the talkers.
So he left, and then
no, he stayed. He talked the whole fucking time. There was another table that was like the problem. That was like the one
that grinds my gears when I go to your guys' shows. Like it honestly, like I feel like I pay attention to the crowd more than I pay attention to the
I get so mad when I see one of my boys doing comedy and someone's like talking. There's been times before I want to go over like, hey, listen guys, why don't you shut the fuck up, dude? These dudes are trying to tell some fucking jokes. Give them a fucking break.
Even like a couple like ask me questions like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
just,
like let these dudes do their thing. You know how hard it is to stand up here. Let them fucking live.
Speaking of live,
you like that?
Yeah, man. Big day today in the golf world. I know everybody, he's talking about golf too much. Shut up.
This is big.
This is big. LIV, PGA, Euro Tour, DP Tour, whatever the fuck that one is, they're all merging. This is bananas. Jay Monahan is a piece of fucking garbage, dude.
Explain who Jay Monahan is.
He's the commissioner of the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
He's talked so much shit, and listen, I'm not going to sit up here and pretend like I was like a LIV
I didn't
guy.
like the tour. I didn't like the LIV Tour.
I didn't like the LIV Tour either.
It disturbed the world of golf.
Because it fucked up what I liked.
Yeah.
I liked PGA Tour. One, that was all I ever knew. But like, two, it was all the best players in the world, and that's where you go watch them. LIV fucked that up for me. So of course I'm like, fuck this tour. I'm not going to support him because the events, they're not as good. The star power, some of them are fine. The other ones are like, damn, there's not as many dudes in here. This tournament kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And if it was like everybody, there was always enough star power. You really didn't have to worry about it unless it was a real off-brand tour. Jay Monahan, like, was so against this to the point where, like, he was, like threatening, like, other people leaving. Like, if you're thinking about leaving the LIV Tour, you know, you're pretty much supporting 9/11.
Right, he brought that up.
I knew two families that died in 9/11, and I can't look them in the face, and blah, blah, blah. And, like, just pretended like this whole thing wasn't about money on every side of the fucking fence. And now he looks like the biggest dickhead ever.
He looks like a hypocrite.
And I think Rory and them they're gonna make him quit, and they should.
Dude, he's quitting. He's not only he's the CEO of this new thing. They put him on the very top.
He's on the top?
He's at the very top. He's the CEO.
I read something right before this where the big dogs are threatening they're not going to play in it until Monahan's gone.
Dude, he got a shit ton of money, and they put him at the head. It's a new corporation, basically, and he's the CEO.
That's such bullshit, because the thing is, he robbed so many dudes of so much money.
Well, he played them. Like I said, like it was a gamble for them not to go, and he was, like, banking. Like, he didn't hold out that fucking long.
No.
This hasn't been that long. What's it been, like a year?
It's like a year and a half.
A year and a half. Dude, Woods turns out $800 million.
So, Tiger, 800. Rory, 400. Rahm, 400. Matsuyama, 300. Colin Morikawa, 100. Will Z, 100. Just those fucking, what is that, 6 guys? $2.1 billion these poor bastards turned on.
See, I see, and then I seen a couple like a week ago, like they were like the Saudi prince is allotted for another $20 billion to to LIV to get more players.
That's crazy.
I gotta get an oil well.
You think about that, like it's easy to break it down. I guess it'd be like you're working somewhere and your boss is like, dude, you can't fuck that girl. You can't fuck her. She's smoking hot and she's just trying to throw the puss at you. You know what I mean? Like, at this time you're single and everything like that. You're like, dude, why can't I bang her, dude? I'm single. Everything. Dude, she's bad news, man. She's bad news. You come into work one day and find out you fucking married her. You're like, you giant piece of shit. You never let me get none of that puss. No, it's all for you.
So I did read, like, this was so brand new. I was clicking on it. I didn't have a lot of time to really dig in this today, but everything I did, I don't know what was true and what wasn't. So I did read that about Monahan, like the big dogs, Scotty, Rory, Tiger, all those dudes are gonna be like, fuck you. We're not gonna be part of any tour until you're gone. That being said, I feel like that had to be part of the negotiations already, so that really doesn't make sense.
They said it was only like a few people in negotiations. Basically,
it came back like 90-10 or some shit like that.
The Saudis bought the tour.
They bought the tour.
Yeah,
they own the tour.
Yeah, it is.
They kept him on top. It's going to be like business
as
usual.
The guys that like left the PGA and broke are going to be fined. Right. What is that fine going to be?
150. 150,000.
150,000, right? Something like that. So if you're like I don't know, like a Taylor Gooch. I don't know. I can't remember what Gooch got, but he probably got like 40 or 50 mil. And like, dude, like what?
150,000. He probably got it on him,
right? But like that dude was never gonna he was gonna be like a middle of the road player for the next like few I don't know 10 years or whatever. Like,
dude, yeah,
the money that these dudes missed out on for a little like. The slight inconvenience that the LIV players had of they had to put up for some shit for a while.
But the Ryder Cup was coming.
The
and
Ryder
Cup's all going to be upset about it.
Well, they all really didn't get in. Well, everybody deserved to get in was going to get in.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, Brooks. There's no way Brooks can't win the PGA and you not put Brooks on the Ryder Cup team. You just can't. So if you're. And then, they let you play in all these majors, too. So, if you qualify the majors, you're back in it.
The
majors were huge. So, if you're Brooks and DJ and those dudes where you're qualifying for the U.S. Open, you're going to be in the Masters, you're going to be in the PGA, in reality, you really don't give a fuck. Like, oh, waste management's awesome, shit like that. I don't really think it. You don't care, and you had to know this was coming down the road.
They were going to merge.
Well, that's
what I was talking to Z-Bird,
how much money
they were saying Trump was sitting there these dudes are idiots for not taking the money.
The Trump quote is unbelievable.
They're going to merge, and you are all going to lose out. And that's exactly what happened.
He was 100% right.
Trump tweeted this in July last year, 2022. All those golfers that remain loyal to the very disloyal PGA in all of its different forms will pay big price when the merger with LIV comes, and you get nothing but a big thank you from the PGA officials who are making millions and millions of dollars a year. You couldn't be more right,
dude. Crushed it. He's a big business guy. He knows where this is going.
Right? Yeah,
the money.
You can't say that amount of money. You just can't say no to.
Right?
If he said they just opened up another $20 billion.
The 20 more, but the guy allotted for another 20, which is nothing. To these fucking people.
To the Saudi Prince, 20 billion
more players.
He fucking.
What do you? I'm interested to see.
What are these boys just sitting on trees?
Dude, they make billions a day.
Well, you talking about the Saudi Prince? That's
they got trillions of dollars.
No,
trillions.
he's sitting on an
They're
oil
not even
well
records of what they
as big
make.
as America, dude. You know what I mean?
They make billions upon billions a day.
Yeah, nothing.
You can't even fathom how much they have.
What do you think it's going to be like? I mean, do you think this dude, the CEO guy, do you think he's going to take any interviews?
He's going to have to.
I seen a quote from him today, people are going to call me a hypocrite, but I was, the information I had at the time, that's what I was reacting on. Suck it.
Just say, dude, I was pissed and I was talking shit.
Yeah,
and Greg gave Norman, me so much money I couldn't.
Greg Norman, they did this without Greg Norman either, who was the big advocate. Let's see what comes out of it. What got negotiated? Because he might have been get him the fuck out of here. And you don't throw him out, but I don't want him to have any say in anything.
And I think that was happening,
right?
Because I think that was a big thing with Rory. There's certain the motherfuckers hate Greg Norman,
right?
Hate him for whatever reason. They hate his guts. A lot of people don't like Phil either, but Phil's laughing all the way to the fucking bank.
Yeah,
Frank got it. Yeah, Phil got his $200 million.
But the only question I have, and like I said, I didn't have a ton of time to dive into this. How are those LIV contracts paid out? How?
I heard they got paid immediately.
So transfer.
So if you're getting 400 mil.
You got it.
You got 400 mil.
Right. Like there's not going to. I don't think.
What up
I don't
front?
think they're going
to. So
Wow.
what I'm saying is like, are they going to like? Are some of these players going to lose some of these contracts? Are they going to be like, all right, like, or prorate it? Like, here, we'll pay what you're supposed to get up before the merger.
See, when I heard
and
they
then
got
maybe
them,
we'll
like,
split it with like
when
other
they signed
players
for
in the
that
PGA.
money, I heard they got that money straight up.
Yeah, they're a stroking check. I mean, I guess
Because they have
Imagine
to.
you're
They
signing
still
a
have to
contract,
play.
you're
They
getting
still have to play in that tour.
$400 million.
Right. No, I get it. I get it.
So I think it's just gonna be. So they're gonna have to fulfill their contract because they're still gonna be.
I guess they're not breaking anything.
Right. Like I said,
I mean, who knows if there's a merger
them lower level
clause.
players for like LIV, like they're the ones who probably be like, yeah, shit.
Yeah, but even if you're like Chase Koepka, like Brooks' brother, I think he got like 20 mil.
Right.
That dude was never going to make any
Yeah,
money
they
like
ain't taking
that.
that back. You
No.
know, you're
Dude,
still eating that.
Like I was telling Zebra, we were talking about it today, like how Zebra took an interest in cards and he just started buying cards. Like the Saudis got an interest in golf and basically just started buying golf.
But like
Are they-
players, not
Are
cards.
they going to do this with like every sport now?
Any
That's what we
sport they
talked
like.
about.
They
Yeah.
they're buying. Do you see like all the soccer players they're buying?
Yeah, they're buying soccer players.
$638 million.
The one dude got a 3-year contract for $638. I think that Messi's getting like over $300 a year.
So the soccer money's
386.
$386.
The soccer money's like crazy.
Most
So
popular
they're
sport in the world.
they're gonna take over golf.
I heard there's sites on the NBA.
Dude, what can't they buy?
They can
Right.
have the NBA.
And which one of these dudes are gonna be like, no, like,
Dude, they might come after podcast.
dude, if they,
So
if you're
We can only
listening,
hope so.
oh my god!
Saudi Princes, if you're listening, it's the
I got-
funniest podcast
I
in
got a bar to sell
Pittsburgh.
you in Lawrenceville.
He's like concrete.
Yeah. Fucking yeah, I mean, I'm pumped because everyone's back together and like,
dude, I'm just like was just shocked. I thought they were gonna play hardball a little more, and like
it was so fast.
it was fat, and nobody knew.
It was so, I think the LIV shit was probably going so bad that the Saudis probably just had to put every like, all right, we're gonna throw everything at them right now to get this to merge back because nobody was paying a fuck to the LIV Tour at all.
No, like I said, I think
I think when we first talked about this, when it first happened, all of us agreed that the end game was a merger at some point.
Yeah, that's what like I had somebody hit me up like you called this like a while ago, but I mean, yeah, it was like I
had to be the
it was
end
gonna
game,
be.
though.
I did not think it was gonna be
it
this
was just see
fast.
who blinked first. Like who's
Yeah.
gonna, how long were they gonna fight it out? Was LIV like were they gonna take a chance of LIV just folding?
Because it looked like there looked like a point where LIV was completely drowning.
Right. But also, if
And
LIV,
like, that was like a month ago.
Right.
if LIV is so far underwater, why did the PGA, jump
of the
in
money.
too? Because they're not. Obviously, they're
Well, the
suffering
money
as
and
well.
they're-
Is what I'm
dude,
saying.
they
The
definitely
product isn't as good for sure.
That's what I mean.
got-
So
they
they're
got
like, we got to get it back together.
10-star golfers is
Yeah.
10-star golfers that aren't playing every Sunday.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And like McElroy been playing like shit. Texted you about it.
Yeah.
Dude just like goes +3 on a Sunday. You stink.
He's pulling the ball like I do. What's up with this guy?
It's ridiculous, but
Dude, right before you I put a bet in on him the minute before he missed that putt.
he was driving the ball like
He was
347
crushing
yards.
the ball. It's like this dude's a fucking
Right. And then he had like a 4-foot putt and this like clear as day. Missed
yeah.
it.
Then it was just complete downhill. It's gonna be real interesting. Like I said, I'm pumped. I'm gonna see how all this fucking shakes out. But yeah, it was some breaking news, man. It's gonna be interesting. Oh, and Netflix is
Full swing got it.
They said Full Swing got it all.
Full thing.
Full Swing got it all. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be cool to watch too. Saved the dog's life today.
Did you?
Sure did.
You hero.
Dude, you said it. Coming up my hill, coming up in my neighborhood, see a little fucking Pomeranian running around. My heart drops for a second.
Pomeranians are running around up there.
That's what I mean. And fucking,
Where do you live in Beverly Hills?
I'm like, oh shit! I think it's Paisley, but it's like too big and too fluffy to be Paisley. But then I like feel bad. I'm like, all right, I gotta
save this
I gotta
motherfucker.
get this little dog. If it was Paisley, I want somebody to grab Paisley. So fucking, I get out, put my fucking car parked right in the middle of the fucking road. This chick hops out like, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, this dog, you're supposed to clip this dog. She's, oh my God. She's like, I was like, here, you want to help me get it? She's like, let's take a picture and put it on Facebook. I was like, well, let's just save the dog.
Pick him up.
That's
check
more
his
of
collar.
Yeah, right.
That's more of a
Did
secondary
you know
thing.
the chick or no?
No.
So a random chick just drives by, sees you trying to save a dog, and she was like, what are you doing? You say, I'm saving a dog. She said, hold on, let's take a picture with the dog and put on Facebook.
Well, she wanted to put it into like the
Post it.
Yeah,
She was like, wait a second. Are you on
Pomeranian running
Greenfield's
around.
Finest
Loose.
podcast?
She wanted to put it in like the Westview neighborhood.
Oh, lost. I got you
Yeah.
now.
But
Okay.
like,
Lost
I'm
and
like,
fine.
or we could just like, make sure the dog doesn't die first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll put him in the back of my car.
Maybe knock on a couple doors here.
That's great.
And that's what I did. So the dog like ran from me a little bit, ended up like running around, ran up this fucking kind of weird house. And I'm like, man, I really hope this is your home, dog. And then I saw the back gate was open, so like the dog went in there. I closed it up, knocked on the door. I'm like, hey, your dog was out. She said, oh my God, thank you so much. I said, hey, no problem, ma'am. That's what I do. I have a dog like this myself. I would like somebody to return the favor. And she was like, oh, you're so sweet.
Did you tell her you used to be the Shelly Park Ranger?
Yeah, she was, oh, man, I forgot about those days. She was like, you're so tall, dark, and handsome. I was like, oh, that's very nice of you. So, but then.
Did you show it to her?
Huh?
Did you show her your little feller?
Yeah, you did.
Show her. I didn't show her, Mom.
Shows her your Pomeranian.
Yeah,
He's
pull
like,
your cock out.
He's like, oh, little dog looks just like that.
Yeah, he's like, speaking of
a little more
dogs,
fluffy.
you like wieners? And he's fucking gave her a fucking mushroom print on her forehead.
At least you guys are being funny again this week.
You just bring it out of us, Jack.
But no, then save the dog's life. But then I'm looking at her door, and it's like there's a sticker on her door like, please save my dog if you see it, and it was like, or save my animal if you see it, and it was like a box like cat, dog, I forget what the other ones were, and like she checked dog and like her telephone number on there. Like, how long you think you let this dog get out?
How irresponsible of a fucking pet
you
owner
need to
are
put a
you,
poster
lady?
on your door.
Yeah, like, hey, I'm a terrible pet parent, so my dog's me running around. Please return him to here.
Yeah, it was.
They have chips
What
for
kind
that
of?
now.
What, is that a male dog?
It had a pink collar, so I thought it was a chick.
Okay. I didn't know if Paisley had like a man.
Don't judge.
They were both sneaking out, getting in the
Paisley got a black collar, so I don't know.
Yeah, so
No,
keep your
one have a
opinions
penis
yourself.
and one have a vagina.
Well, I don't know, John.
You didn't check?
You didn't see what he identified
He ain't a
as?
vet,
I didn't
dude.
try to fuck the dog.
You didn't look up and say, is this
For once.
His little goobers hanging
They
down?
stick out. They don't wear underpants.
Hey, what kind of dog you got here? I might want to fuck it before I retire.
Hey, so this little thing right here, what's that, man, girl? I don't know.
Couldn't just let me save the dog. Had to get to me fucking the dog, huh?
You brought up fucking the dog. We just asked
No,
if it was
John
a boy or a
did.
girl.
I asked if
John's a
Paisley was
dog
going to
fucker.
fuck the dog.
The dog
John's the dog.
Oh, no, you're telling me they're going to scissor. The fucking-
Did you see?
That's enough.
He's like, so I saved this dog, and then I scissor clipped the hell out of it.
He's the only reward I want.
It's right here, motherfucker. Peanut butter time. Peanut butter on the gooch.
You guys are fucking idiots. Pittsburgh Scanner had a weekend again. Dude, what's going on in Pittsburgh? Is Pittsburgh okay?
It's going
It's going to hell in a handbasket.
as far as I'm concerned.
The Scanner's been at it for a long time, and the Scanner's a friend of the show, and we're a friend of the Scanner. But, like, they've really ramped it up lately, dude. It's been insane. So, like, I got a few here I could read, but the one super crazy one was someone was, like, jogging on the North Shore. Crazy person rips their Fitbit right off their wrist, fucking tries to run away. Cops are, like, around somehow. Cops, like, go to get after him. He's a known biter. So they're like, dude, they're trying to wrangle him up. They know he bites. And like, dude, give the Fitbit back. And then he jumps in the river. So he's in between the point and like the water steps, I think. You know what I mean? And he's swimming the river like you're gonna drown eventually. He finds a fucking buoy. He's hanging on the buoy. River rescue had to go pull him out.
I would have just left him
and
there.
he's a biter. Like, dude, no fucking way.
Wait, first of all, how the fuck do you pull up as like a cop, like a normal beat cop? You're like, oh my god, that's Steve the biter.
Well, if you're fucking walking around, if you're riding a bike down the point and shit all day, you're gonna know who the crazy biter guy is, ripping Fitbits off people's wrists.
Why is he allowed to be free?
There.
He had like,
Yeah, right.
He
No,
probably
he
had,
definitely
like-
lives there.
he probably had like a wrist full of Fitbits.
Yeah, he's
Why
like,
you
this is my
letting-
first bite.
Why
That
are you
one is
letting
my third
wackos
bite.
getting so close to you fucking to steal your Fitbit right off your wrist?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what
And I
kind
guess
of
that's pretty unexpected, too.
What was his
somebody come up
icebreaker?
and rip off your fucking Fitbit while you're trying to jog?
Dude, I
He
can't-
had to come up like, hey, what time is it?
I haven't been able to do aerobics because of my back. So I went down there like a few days ago, I don't know when it was, to get a little walk in. The amount of geese that are on the river trail right now are fucking insane. It's just covered in geese, ducks, duck shit, and geese shit. And I'm like, I got off the river trail and walked on the street because I was so fucking scared of these geese. And there's little kids riding their bikes by them. They weren't bothering anybody. But I can't see like a charging geese like just coming at me.
The geese don't bother me. The geese shit is absurd.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Absurd.
It's a lot.
They
It
take big,
smells too.
They take it's like the equivalent of 7 bird shits. Put them one.
Dude, I was living Salt Life this weekend, and we went to Burgatory in Northside. So we like docked our boat, jumped off, and you couldn't it was like playing what is that, hopscotch, trying to get around the geese shit in the fucking North Shore. Dude. It was brutal.
Yeah, get a public works dude down there, spray the fucking
Yeah,
off.
I know, just clean it out, sweep it, anything.
Yeah, gaining
a lot of geese
release
shit.
a little OT for fucking.
And
the
it
public
wasn't
works
fresh.
boys.
It looked like an old raccoon
Dried up
turd. You know what I mean?
The 1700s.
Yeah, it was fossilized.
Did you see that story in New York? The dude. Did you guys talk about that last week about the dude that took the Swan and his family?
I thought you listened.
No, he listened
No,
to 5
I didn't.
minutes.
No, I
He
said it
that
sucked,
sucked,
and I turned it
he
off.
No, I didn't hear about the Swan.
So there's like a nicer neighborhood in New York. I think this is what happened. They have like a pet swan, and like the swan had babies. These kids, like teenagers, were like, I don't know, 17, 18. They steal the fucking swan, steal the babies, and they cook that motherfucker and eat it. And they're all going to jail. Yeah, dude.
That's cold blooded.
That's crazy. And they were like, we thought they were wild, so we thought they could eat them. Like,
Was
what
this
are you
Mishka?
talking about?
What did it taste like?
I never had swan.
Dude, them geese, they're pretty fat birds.
What pate, dude? That's like goose liver, right?
Yeah, I don't think I ever. Yeah, I think so.
I've never had goose.
I feel like people shoot goose. People don't
cook
shoot
the goose.
swans.
Yeah, cook the goose.
Cooked the goose.
Yeah, you can cook a goose, but
Your goose is
I've
cooked.
heard of people eating goose. I never heard anybody eating swan. Is a swan
Too
just
much of a beautiful bird.
Yeah, no.
The ugly duckling.
Yeah, but I thought that was a wild story. All right, let's do some
I'll eat
voicemails.
a goose.
What's up, boys? It's Kenny. Trying something different this week. I'm with my friend Willie, who's the guy that got me listening to the podcast. So we're going to see if this works or crashes and burns. Willie, you're live with Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Do you have a beer grinder? Speak, Willie. You're live. You're on speaker.
Yes. Why are my kids such pussies?
Jesus
I think
Christ.
it's because their dad's a pussy. What do you say to that?
One kid that's a throwback that will beat every other kid in the neighborhood, but he's just too young. When he grows up, he's going to kick everyone's ass.
So he's 2 out of 4, 50%. All right. We'll try this again next week, maybe. Fucked up. Waterboy always calls him fucked up. I figure it's about time Kenny did.
Oh, man, we need a redemption next week. That sucked, Ken. What was the second part of that? Why are kids pussies?
No, the dude said his kids were, his kids are pussy. He's like, well, that's because their dad's a pussy.
That was funny. But
And it's like, well, my kid's he's little. When he grows up, he ain't gonna be a pussy.
He's gonna beat up everyone in the neighborhood.
Yeah, but he's too young right
too
now.
young.
We'll see. We'll set up some kid fights and see how it works out.
We got to keep our thumb on the pulse of this one.
Yeah.
Hey, boys, I think Jack needs to be a team player and have the gender reveal on the podcast. Jack, do you think your lady would go for that? Also, corn dick of the week, eagle tits. What happened last week with the audio? Did you guys record in the self-cleaning toilet across from Fatheads in the South Side last week? The fuck was going on there? Anyways, boys, still great show. You know, I'm just fucking busting your balls. Take it easy.
Thanks, John.
Seems like I was the only one to notice.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying we pay a lot of money. I have no control after I leave the studio, and I mean, what happens. So mistakes were made. We forgive.
Yeah.
It's over with. We'll rebond this week with the greatest episode of all time.
I said I was having a boy. No, I thought I did.
Well, you were talking about his name, John, and
John.
You're trying to figure out
John
nicknames.
Edward Welch IV.
Yeah, so that's pretty.
Yeah, old LJ.
Standard LJ.
Yeah, we definitely did because my Aunt Jill hit me up about it.
Yeah, because we were
like
talking.
LJ.
How about Aunt Jill having contractor problems, huh, dude? You say that?
I don't got Facebooks to know. I missed that.
Oh, you don't want to know.
Oh,
This
boy.
is Joseph. Thank you for allowing me to be a fan of Greenfield's Finest Podcast. You guys do a fantastic job with it every week. Please keep up the good work. And Larry, if you're listening to this podcast, I do forgive you for accidentally saying the F word when you spoke with me after hearing my last voicemail message. Thank you very much.
Clean it up, Larry.
Nobody better swear.
Thank you, Joseph.
Thanks,
Clean
Joseph.
it up.
Larry, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You got no couth.
Eagle tits.
That's a problem.
I'll tell you what. It's like one fucking thing after another. With
No, you're effing.
No, I'm effing. I didn't eff it. I didn't eff
You don't
Joe.
think he's gonna hear that?
Yeah,
I ain't effing at Joe. He was effing at Joe.
Joseph don't like the Fs.
But I didn't eff at Joseph. I
You're
effed at Eagle tits
effing
for
at
effing
Larry.
at Joseph. So that was like a preemptive effing. Don't yeah.
Disregard the first original effing.
Larry, what were you doing effing that day? Do you remember? It was a few episodes ago. I think this was like months ago. Yeah.
You might have been drinking or something.
Yeah, you're coming on. You're just fucking
coming on in hot.
Just coming in, putting in ad libs after the show, just effing everybody.
Just
we're on it,
fucks.
Joseph. Thanks for the call,
just
my man.
Joseph. Fucks everywhere.
Have a good week, brother. All right, everybody. I think we're going to take a quick commercial break. We come back. We're going to have more Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Z-Bird from Greenfield's Finest Podcast. If you're in the real estate market right now, if you're buying, selling, looking for someone to be a property manager, I know just the people. Carlson & Associates, located in the heart of Pittsburgh, Southside. Carlson & Associates, not just known in the Southside, they're known all over the Pittsburgh area, and they're great at commercial and residential, and they've got you covered. Call 412-431-1718 or visit their website at casouthside.com. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I don't know if you've ever had a problem like me, but if you've ever stuck your dick in the light socket, you're probably going to need an electrician. Well, good thing Greenfield's Finest Podcast has Plug Electric as our official electricians of the Greenfield Finest Podcast. If you're looking for a good electrician, contact Plug Electric. Ask for Vance Hall. Phone number 412-298-6770. That's 412-298-6770. And stop sticking your dick in the light socket. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Z-Bird from Greenfield's Finest Podcast. If you're looking to go out this week, if you're a guy or a girl and you're looking for something to do and you and your friends want to go out, why don't you check out 12 Whiskey Barbecue at 1222 East Carson Street. Not only do they got some of the best drinks in the world, they got over 100 craft beers, and they absolutely have some of the best food in all of Southside. So check out 12 Whiskey Barbecue at 1222 East Carson Street if you want to go out and you want to have some good food and you want to fuck. I don't know about you, but shit's always breaking around my house, whether it's my washer, whether it's my dryer, whether it's my stove, whether it's my fridge. Something's always breaking. I used to have a handyman, but you can't rely on anyone nowadays until I find Primetime Appliance. 412-896-1395. They fix TVs, ovens, dishwashers, microwaves, and everything more. These are the guys that call, and they get the job done right. That's Primetime Appliance. 412-896-1395. And tell them you heard it on Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Hey, what's up, everybody? You looking for a fun night out in the South Side, but you don't want to get punched in your face? Neither do I. That's why I'm going down Finn McCool's at 1501 East Carson Street. You want to go somewhere, have a beer, hang out with some people, see some hot chicks or some hot dudes, but you don't want to get punched in your fucking face? Well, go down to Finn McCool's at 1501 East Carson Street. Have a good time and tell them Z-Bird sent you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. We're about to jump into Corn Dick of the Week. Moneyline, who be corn dicking?
Risotto hates Dave Chappelle. Went this weekend.
Dude, it was a Thursday night show. My buddy, Mikhail Lemkoff, took me and Johanna.
That's very nice.
That was nice of him. The thing about, so like you get into the show, like they take your phone. That was my first experience with that.
I've never done that. So like, do they take your phone when you're going through, like, where do they take it at?
Here's what they do. You go in, you go through your security check, and like you go in, they take your phone and put it in the thing, they lock it, they give it to you.
Like, so like
it's a locked pouch.
So you're going through security, they take your phone right there. So it's not like the section gets locked up together or anything like that. Like
right, they got to scan your ticket on the phone. They scan your ticket, you go in, they hand them your phone. Actually, before you go through the scan, your phone's gone in the pouch.
But you keep the pouch.
You keep the pouch.
You just can't. Oh, so you keep the pouch.
It's locked. If you would want it, if you needed it, you could go back to like the certain spot the one locking for, and you could use it. But you're not going to do that.
So like after the show, you have to go get it unlocked.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd that work out?
A quick process.
Well, there was like there's like people in front that are in the building that people thought were the only people that did it, and outside there's like 20 people. So if I would have like walked through, I'd have got it done right away. The thing about that is, at a show that big with 20,000 people, and you know other people there, like Misha got lost. He didn't get lost. He just like walked away from the group, and nobody could text him like, "Yo, where you at?"
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like with like say 2,000 people, you're probably gonna run into him.
Yeah.
Like with 20,000, like the people are bumping shoulders.
What if you
yeah,
forget where your seat's at and shit?
Here, this is the dumbest fucking thing either. Too, when you go in, they write your thing on a post-it for you to take and show to the usher, which you could definitely forge and cheat.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, if you could probably get caught doing that. But like, yeah, like so you have to write it down, else you forget where you sit.
Was it like a relief, like not having your phone at one point, where you're like, oh, this is cool, like I'm really like, paying attention.
Right.
You don't got to watch some idiot next to you film the whole fucking show.
That was 100% fine with that. Like, I don't wear a watch. I probably, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, when the hell does this start? Like that. Like I said, like my sister, I was trying to maybe meet up with them drinks before, but as soon as you went in, like your phone was gone. So like that was like the only thing. I had fine paying attention to the show, besides the fact the sound was off. Like the sound was fucked up. But it was weird, and like, so the whole time the comedians were on, people were like screaming at the comedians, like, "I can't hear you."
Oh man!
So it started off with like there was an opener who like he's like, "All right," he's like, "Listen," like people were like really ignorant about it, like you know what I mean? I guess they were just like, "Well," people were Uncle Billy drunk.
Well, people probably wanted to figure out before Chappelle went
on. And this
on.
dude was like, "All right, that's fine. I'm here to make sure everything's all good for Dave. What can't you hear? Who can't hear?"
Was Ben there?
Let's get it figured out. And then so like they thought they had it figured out. And then Ashley Larry went on. He was hilarious. And then they started screaming at him. And, like, he's like, what? He's like, somebody got to figure this out before Dave comes out. And, like, we think he did longer because, like, they were trying to get
interference like old Z-Bird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. And then, like, Dave came out and it was, like, the same thing. The only thing was, like, Misha was, like, a seat over from me. Like, I heard everything fine. He said he couldn't hear a lot of the punchlines.
See, I knew people that were like 4 rows back and I couldn't hear a fucking thing.
Right.
Man, that's annoying.
It was like annoying because for some reason I could hear it, but then like the people screaming mid bits, it was like messing with their bits.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, that's fucking super distracting. And people are yelling they can't hear you, and you know you're in a stadium show.
Right, like you said. I mean, I guess people had paid like probably $300 for. I think it can't hear.
Well, I mean, I act like that. I guarantee they come in like days before, do sound checks and do all that
you
shit.
Think
that 100%
absolutely
that falls on PPG.
Yeah,
yes.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like this is the first time like that I've heard any, because the reviews, like I looked at reviews from other there's nothing like this. And like even we talked to John's sister today, and she was saying that Dave usually goes on this tour he's been doing an hour and a half.
Right.
And he actually cut it a half hour
short.
A half hour short because it was just so fucked up.
It's
it was
frustrating.
And then they think the Pittsburgh people suck, but really it was like the fucking sound.
Well, dude, the people screaming, like a lot of people want to interact with Dave. That's the thing. Like this crowd was rowdy. Like people
Time to start.
There's 20,000 people. Quit screaming questions at them. They're like, quit saying like, Dave, you know what I mean? Like,
I love the Chappelle show.
People like tailgated for this thing like a Steeler game.
What time did it start?
It started, I'd say, like 7:30. He probably came on. Fuck, I don't know. I didn't have my phone.
Probably 8:39.
Right.
Yeah, so they, people were tuned up.
Yeah, but not only that, I think ever since everybody sees all these clips of like crowd interaction with comedians,
they think
they're going to be part of the show. Like, hey, listen, bud.
He did interact a little bit.
Up.
This one chick was like flashing her tits.
Well,
he's
that's
like,
always
no.
worth
He's like,
it.
yeah, let me see him. He's like, all right, let me see him one more time.
They put him on the Jumbotron?
No, they didn't.
Oh, the titty cam?
Probably don't do titty cams anymore. Did you see everybody bitching about the Grateful Dead in the Dave Matthews concert last night?
Yeah, that was brutal.
Why? So Starlake hasn't been great, but why is it worse than ever? Like this summer, it seems like.
How
they said there was 5 hours worth of fucking traffic.
They don't have the people that they had before
to get people
the cars
in
there.
Through.
Yeah, they don't have the people working there, enough people that can like bang the cars through. Like you guys just keep. There was not a continuous line of people constantly pulling in. There'd be like people pulling in. People got confused. They said there was literally people just standing around like
mayhem,
and then like you just got fucking stuck. Finally, like. People that been there a long time got to where they needed to be and like started moving cars in. But I mean, that's a huge show. That Dave Matthews alone I've been to Dave Matthews. It's a huge. People don't understand. It's a huge fucking show.
It's a big show.
That sells out for sure. And
how many people were out there? You think?
What's Starlight do? 20,000?
I'd say 20,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it could be more than that, but I bet it's around 20,000
for that show. Yeah.
Well, what it was it like? Grateful Dead.
Grateful Dead and friends or company, shit like
yeah,
that. But it was
Grateful
Dead and Dave Matthews.
I couldn't imagine sitting in a car 5 hours to go to that thing.
But people were like, I would have turned around. Like, there ain't too many places you could turn around, dude.
Right, but if you're sitting in a car for 5 hours, you're starting to crack. Bruise.
You think dudes have to like run it off to the side to piss? I mean, you have to.
Yeah. Well, they said dudes were abandoning their cars.
That's always been a thing on the way out to Star Lake.
Yeah, I
you
pulled
take a
over
party
a million
bus and
times.
shit like that, everybody, you take a piss.
I pulled over my car and stopped to
Right.
piss, and it had someone just keep a spot in line open for me in traffic.
I like a good
and
Star Lake show.
in.
I'd lose my mind waiting 5 hours to try to go to one though.
Dude, the traffic is rough on a good day there for a concert.
Yeah, I see.
5 hours.
Star Lake
man.
put a post up like, "Hey, if you're coming to the show today, if you want to beat the traffic, like you should leave around 1 o'clock." Like, dude, it's 1 o'clock on a fucking Monday or whatever. Yeah, it was yesterday on a Monday. It's insane.
Fuck.
You've got work. Taylor Swift talking about a show. This Taylor, your girls like Taylor Swift? Are they old enough to be into Taylor Swift?
Yep.
Girls are losing their minds about this Taylor Swift show. It's like perfect. So her fans, the Swifties, they want to unionize. So like this is like one of the pitches. So like we deserve a voice. The Taylor Swift fan union offers fan workers, they call themselves fan workers, which is an insane term, the ability to collectively bargain for a creative vision of Taylor Swift that better aligns with our shared values. The TSFU also demands the recognition of our labor through compensation and health benefits.
TSFU sounds like it's like a joke.
Dude, there's
like
all kinds of like I'm not gonna read all these, but like there's like 4 or 5 of like these propaganda to be like a Taylor Swift like fucking union.
Just go to the show.
Go to the show.
Yeah, give us broader money. Like her music, buy her CDs.
Just
download her fucking music.
It goes back to everyone wants to be part of something.
Well, it's fine. You could be part of something, but like everybody thinks they deserve something.
No, don't make it about you.
Yeah, right.
Don't make it about you. You think Taylor Swift really gives
that would be like
fuck
fucking
about
like,
the union?
That would be like us talking about like we talk about the Steelers every Tuesday on this show. I feel like the Steelers should compensate us in some way.
They owe us.
Yeah.
They owe us.
Yes.
I mean, they actually kind of do.
We are the picket
without
fence.
the fans.
Right.
If we weren't pumping them all week.
I'm not even saying fans aren't important, but they say you want compensated and help.
Right.
Dude, they were talking about they should have like have an input on like who she dates next and shit like that. Like
they want dental insurance.
Real
so they're
goofy shit.
They're batshit crazy.
These broads are also wearing diapers, fucking.
To not miss any songs.
To not miss any songs. So that's pretty goofy too.
They should take those diapers, sell them on OnlyFans, and then it'll equal out.
They were selling some rainwater a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so they'll sell some piss diapers.
It's a crazy world we live in.
It really is.
$250 for a little mason jar half filled with rainwater from Boston.
Well,
from the Boston
that's the stupidest
show.
thing I've ever heard in my life.
Everybody just comes up with a way like, hey, how can I not work?
Yeah,
and I respect that.
Yeah, because
it
sucks.
But it's also my right to be like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. You're selling rainwater from a fucking Taylor Swift concert.
The craziest thing about these,
I hope you get gonorrhea.
Another crazy thing about these Taylor Swift concerts is you're getting the stadiums packed wherever she's going. It's sold out. You're getting 20,000 people standing outside of these stadiums,
right. So
just enjoying or just singing along with the songs.
People that don't even go in.
No, they see it go out and like hang out. So if it was like at Heinz, they'd be like hanging out on like the bridge and shit like that in the parking lot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I seen it. You said it was like 20-something thousand people that were just hanging out.
Yeah,
not even.
It started off with
I
a real.
said something about that 5 seconds ago.
Yeah,
getting a little testy.
It's getting hot in here.
Woo!
It is getting hot in here.
This will make you feel better, Shuley.
Thank you.
New Mexico Sonic is in trouble because they served a cocaine-filled hot dog. Guy was
now it's getting hotter in here.
Yeah, we had a guy go through, or it was a chick actually, go through the drive-through, bites into her Sonic hot dog filled with cocaine.
There was what it was. I thought it was like a hot dog packed with cocaine. But I read the thing.
The Coke wiener.
Yeah, it was sprinkled.
What happened was the dude making the hot dogs had a package. They had on video him scrambling like he couldn't find where it went. Him and another girl looking for the package. Next thing you know, the Coke wiener goes out the door, and then he's frantically looking for it. Well, there's where it went. She bit into it. You know what I mean? Numbed up her throat.
You probably get a $1 for that, right?
Wait. Listen. So dude was like, they were like, what happened? Well, how'd that go? And he was like, I mean, I came to work. I met my Coke dealer in the parking lot, right? I had it in my breast pocket. I made the wiener. It spills into the whole bag. Not even, it didn't spill. Like the whole bag fell into the hot dog.
I'd love to see this dude running around on video.
All coked up making hot dogs.
Well, no, he wasn't coked up because he lost all his Coke. Dude.
If you're working at Sonic and you lose your Coke work or your work Coke, like that, you're going to be in a panic.
Off.
Yeah, because you're going to. I can't imagine this dude has too much extra loot lying around to grab another package.
First of all, he was like 54 years old working at Sonic on like a fucking.
Is that
Tuesday
how old he was?
Yeah.
He was in a halfway house.
He was sick about losing that Coke.
Yeah, and so they they ran back through the film or like the surveillance cameras and shit, and they seen him. He was like, "Where'd you get the Coke? Did you bring?" He was like, "No, I came to work. I met the guy in the parking lot." He exchanged a wiener for Coke and then exchanged Coke for a wiener.
Yeah. We had an OnlyFans model get arrested. She was filming a video. Guy was like, it looked like he was walking into the gym. He had some headphones on. She pretty much dropped her pants and pulled up her top.
Dude.
She was smoking.
She was a 10.
She was smoking hot, and she was filming a video for attention. Guy like gets real weirded out, gives her like a wild look, ends up being an undercover cop and arrests her.
I mean. That's just going
take
to
titties, buddy.
I'll be honest with you, because a lot of chicks, how many videos you see where chicks are like filming themselves at the gym dressed like sluts and like, you pervert, are you staring at me?
Don't stare at me. Right.
I'm glad she got arrested. Teach him a lesson. Flip the script.
He could have made it into an interesting, way more better video where he gave her the option
of having sex.
Yeah, you're either
that's like you're talking about a porno.
Yeah,
I see where he's going.
I've seen pornos like that. Like not
You've
exactly
made pornos like that.
Yeah, I've made one like that. But dude, it'd be like, you know what? Like you can't do that in public. He probably wasn't even an undercover cop. I'm like, yeah, I'm an undercover cop. You're going to jail the rest of your life unless you get in the back of my Blazer and suck my wiener.
No, get in the back of my Honda Elantra.
Yeah,
and have sex with me,
dude. And she was, I mean, her fucking turd cutter was a 10. Her shitter was just gorgeous. I was like, I watched that video 7 times. I was like, that is a nice turd cutter. It does not deserve to be in handcuffs. But here's what it did, in all honesty. That video's up. It's up on Instagram. You click on the thing on Instagram. She probably made so much fucking money.
It's viral right by now.
She made, it definitely went viral. She made so much money off this. She's laughing all the way to the fucking bank.
She did one night in jail, fucking disturbing the peace or some shit like that.
She's disturbing the peace in my pants.
You like that one.
Yeah. She'll disturb this piece right here.
Right, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Josh Hart, player for the Knicks, tweeted the other day. Like, hey, has anybody ever tasted their significant other's breast milk asking for a friend? So he got roasted. I hate that I just said roasted. He got scolded on Twitter pretty bad. Stephen A. Smith laid into him, which made me think the question, did you guys taste breast milk?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. Mm-hmm. You taste it, Truly?
Yeah, but the funny thing is, I did it on an accident.
On an accident.
Yeah. I thought it was just milk in the fridge. It was not.
No. What? You didn't? I took it right from the tap, right?
No, you gave it a squirt.
You old fucking
that happens
pervert.
I would imagine that happens on accident.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. That's a perversion, my friend.
Dude, I don't know if your wife's gonna breastfeed
or not. Plans on it.
Well, you're gonna run into it. Sometimes they just leak.
Yeah. I mean, he said, what did he say? He tasted like a vanilla flavored almond
milk.
Yeah,
I was just saying, sweet.
Really?
That's not bad.
Depending on your wife's diet, I'm sure it can fluctuate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't bad. Put a little in your coffee.
Almond milk.
Yeah, but well,
it's pretty. I'd say it's pretty.
Yeah, Twitter wasn't. I thought a lot of people would be like, oh yeah, I've done that, and Twitter wasn't. They weren't. They really didn't have his back there, which I was kind of fucking surprised.
I'd be surprised at anybody whose wife wasn't like feeding their child with their breast. They didn't run into it.
Right. You don't even have to try to sometimes. Like it's.
So what are you saying? You did a shot of it out like?
No. So
you drank it out of the fridge? You didn't go right from the tap?
No, I mean So there's been times where it's like shit happens, like it leaks. I get what you're saying. I didn't think about the leakage, but the one time, Like, I was like, boom, throw a little milk in my fucking. There was like a glass of milk. I threw some of my coffee, titty milk. I mean, coffee was great. Got me through the day.
There you go.
A lot of nutrients in that.
Yeah, I fucking
so
felt
was
great.
it just sitting there?
I love
Man, wouldn't it be in a bottle?
Dude,
Well,
they pump it. It goes into like a bag.
Yeah.
No, well, see, when Rosa pumped it, we weren't doing bag things. It was like a fucking.
What was she doing in 1920?
Yeah, dude, I used to have to get one of those machines for her udders. I'd be like,
You milking her, dude? You milked her teats?
you guys
I
never
got
milked a girl?
I got nipples. Can you milk me, fucker?
Yeah. I don't know. Come over
Come here,
tonight.
eagle tits.
No, it was in like a
Jack,
a
you've seen a
bottle.
bunch of videos. You told us. You know how this happens.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I can see. I can see myself.
You're going to be
tasting
sitting there like, pss, 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 pss.
it.
Yeah, guys,
Just getting
it looked like you got bukkake. Dude.
Yeah.
Fucking breast milk
Yeah.
all over your face.
He's like he won the World Series. Just
Oh,
fucking
if I
spraying it all
do,
over
you
the
guys
place.
are gonna know about it.
Put it on Patreon.
There we go. We had a girl write in. Can I get pregnant without having sex? Let's say I tongue kiss a guy who just BJ'd.
We did that
this.
horrible
You did this
story
last
last
week?
week.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Oh, so you didn't listen?
I told you.
Yeah.
I just really wanted to do this one just because I like.
What's your take on this?
Well, I just like the word. I love the word how she said BJ'd. She's an idiot. But
Yeah.
and kids are so weird. They got secret boyfriends they're blowing. There's so much shit going on here. Like it's just like whatever happened to old Jack and Jill going up the hill, dude. There's so much like what Jesus Christ. But yeah, you tongue kiss a guy. He BJ's somebody. You go and fucking kiss your boyfriend or whatever, and then next thing you know,
Then you flick your bean.
you flick your bean, and now you're
Well,
pregnant.
do we have a snowball to? We
Yeah,
went downstairs
To an
after that.
avalanche.
A snowball into
He was
into
eating
her
her
mouth,
grease
and
and
then
root.
and then she took a little saliva, flicked her bean that still had some of the semen in it, and while she was flicking her bean, the semen swam up in there, and now she's pregnant. Like
That's like 6 degrees of separation,
That
dude.
seems-
I don't see that could
It's-
happen in real
I don't
life.
know, like what the
Unless this
semen,
dude's Siemens were the best.
Semen's life expectancy is from his boy's mouth to his, or from his boy's wiener to his mouth to her mouth.
Dude,
It had to
That's a lot
stay.
of
It had
shit.
to stay warm the whole
That's
time.
what's in their mouths. I mean, it's a lot of transposed.
we used to work with this girl who thought snowballing was like a regular occurrence, like while giving like BJ. She was like telling a story about her boyfriend. She's like, yeah, and then like I spit it back into his mouth, and like she was telling it like so like nonchalant. We're like, dude, what are you talking about? She's like, what are you talking about? And we're
Like the
"What are you
different
talking
shit,
about?"
obviously,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
She's like, I've always done it that way. I'm like, what? And it was
To multiple guys, or
he-
like everybody she blows, she spits
She
in
said
her
her and her
mouth.
boyfriend, they've always done it. Like that's how they done it. And then it seemed like in the like she was just
All right, so your boyfriend. I hate to be the
everybody.
bearer of bad news. Your boyfriend is bi-curious. You know what I mean? It ain't the first time he had semen in his mouth. Probably not his own.
We got a brother-in-arms man drove 400 miles to meet a woman on Facebook just to be tricked by a rival soccer club.
That was fucked up.
So we had a married man named Stuart Slane drive 400 miles for what he thought would be an affair with a woman he chatted over the internet. However, upon his arrival, the Manchester United fan discovered it was a hoax set up by 2 Liverpool fans. Upon hearing the news, Slane had intentions of having an affair. His wife ended their marriage. So
Double L.
this
Got
dude
him.
drove all the way 400 miles wherever to Liverpool. Thought he was getting some Facebook ass. Turns out it was just some fucking other fans fucking with him. Story goes so viral, his wife hears about it, and now the motherfucker's getting divorced.
Well, she broke up with him because he was banging Crease closer. So he was like 400 miles. She'll never find out. You know what I mean?
That's a long way to go.
Right, so he was getting out
8
of
hours.
Yeah, that's
little more than 8 hours.
that's what I was saying. Like,
Joe's,
that's
I think that's about 8 hours,
farther than
56
Ocean
minutes.
City.
That's what I said. That's how I gauged it.
Yeah,
Where
right.
you go, North Cackalack?
Yeah, I mean, but like the more I got to give credit to the dudes for sticking with this prank for so long, and I think we and John were talking about like how deep fake did they do it? Did they actually have a girl? Like, because you'd probably want to, if you were doing something like this, you'd need some verification. Did they have a girl that would FaceTime him?
I mean, it could have just been a catfish situation.
It could have been, but I'm thinking like,
Right.
Yeah, dude, people are horny.
No,
on
they
the
were
internet.
invested,
Yeah.
Mike. I agree. They were
People
invested
are real
100%,
horny.
dude.
And to do that to a total stranger is fucked up. If they like hated this dude, that's one thing, I guess.
but just
But
because you
if
liked
they're like,
another team,
if they're like going at each other on Reddit and they had a Reddit rivalry because of like soccer and fucking or Facebook or whatever, and ruin someone's whole life.
Would you ruin a Cleveland Browns fan's whole life?
No.
I'd do a show with him, smoke a joint, dude. Like, I don't want to ruin your life.
Vending machines are selling anti-overdose medication. Zebra, you sent me this. Where is this in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, they're not selling them. They're free. Because imagine if someone needs Narcan.
Yeah, I guess that would. I guess. So what do you just hit a button and it comes out?
The Narcan shoots down.
So are homeless people stealing the Narcan? I guess if it's free, you're not really stealing.
Oh yeah, how's somebody going to regulate it a little bit?
Well, you got to pay for the nutty buddy, and people are just Narcan for free.
Well, Narcan,
unless they take them and start selling them.
Narcan, you can't really they dispense Narcan all the time. There's
everybody. It's just
city health
now.
Officials giving it out to everyone. This is just a case of emergency. Southside has a lot of heroin addicts.
Yeah, where it is, Southside.
Yeah,
what? That's fucking crazy. I mean,
I know
it makes sense, but it's also geez,
is that where we're at?
That's where we're at in the world.
I understand it makes sense because you want to save people's lives, but is that also not a form of enabling? It's okay to get high, we'll save you.
But I get you're gonna make a point there, but they're gonna get high anyway.
I understand it. I get that. I mean, I'm not on one side or the other of the issue.
My thing is you never know that one guy Narcan turns around. You know what I mean?
No, I get that. I get that, but still,
I mean, that has a little Amsterdam feel to it, in The Wire.
Yeah, Amsterdam. Yeah,
Amsterdam. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I think really the war on drugs. I mean, it's kind of like
not much of a war.
They're throwing up the white flag. What can we do to prevent people from dying?
Right, makes sense. A guy in Florida arrested for robbing a phone store. He put a box on his head. Couldn't find a mask. Couldn't find anything else. Had a giant box on his head. Turns out when you put a box on your head, you can't see what you want to rob.
So, he forgot the old eye holes.
So yeah, so he put any eye holes in the box like an idiot. Guy takes his box off for a second, takes a peek.
They have his face on camera.
Yeah,
it's Bill.
He gets arrested. So it wasn't a great.
He's the only idiot in the last 2-3 years after COVID didn't have a mask.
That's what. Dude, you could probably.
They give these to you. You could go into CVS, they'll give you a mask, and then you could rob it.
Literally fucking everywhere. It was just a giant box
a big
on his
box,
head.
Yeah.
He had an Amazon box.
He was bumping into shit
So there was an old school sex pamphlet that popped up on Twitter. It was 101 ways to say no to sex, and I thought a couple of them were pretty entertaining. One was I don't do sex. Just a flat out hey babe, I don't do sex.
No means no.
No sex for you. It's getting late. You're crazy, which is just hey, you want to go to old Pound Town? You're nuts. No way.
Yuck.
Maybe rub my back instead.
Number 5 is yuck.
I can't support a child, which seems like you're really put a lot into it.
Yeah, you're 10 steps ahead.
Yeah.
Never heard of pulling out.
Maybe just have a little fun. It's not worth it. That's not good to hear.
It's not worth it.
Nah.
Hey, babe. She's like, hey, hon, you want to fool around? You know what, babe? I'll be honest with you, it ain't worth it.
I have sunburn. I've used that one before because nobody wants to bang when they have sunburn.
No.
That's fucking shit. That shit's
have to ride
torture.
me and don't touch anything that's tan.
Yeah, just
rub your hands off my chest.
Yeah, rub me with aloe. School comes before sex. That makes sense. I know your reputation.
Oh, that's fucked up.
That means take an STD test.
You might
before
get
we have
punched in the
sex.
face after that one.
And then the stupidest one, not until we were married. But yeah, there's 101 of these fucking things. It's it was weird. I mean, it's weird now, but it was weird back in the day, dude. Shit's so fucking different. Ryan Shazier has his own weed. You guys see this?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
So you walk into some all dispensaries are different. The one in GF, the True Leave, it's all whiz shit hanging up because they're pimping out they're selling the Khalifa Kush. So it's whiz everywhere, promo in the Khalifa Kush. You go to the one in McKnight, it's Shazier. As soon as you walk in, it's a big fucking cutout poster of Shazier.
I heard about the weed. I heard as soon as you smoke it, you can't feel your legs.
I knew you were, but I knew you weren't going to be able to resist that. But that's kind of why I put this on here, because the strands of his name are the one strand's name is Walking Miracle. That's not even a joke. That's what it's called. And then the other one's Speed. Dude, what the fuck's going on here?
I mean, you guess you got to lean into it.
Yeah.
But What? Why? You're selling weed. Like what? A walking miracle is a wild name for like a.
It's not a great name either. It's not really that catchy.
They're like, dude, I got this new fucking strain. It's called paraplegic. It's fire.
That's. There's like, I knew he was gonna do this, and I was like, I should leave this off because I don't think we're gonna be able to talk about this responsibly. And here the fuck we are.
That's your fault.
He's on his 7th Yingling, dude. What do you want from him?
But yeah, the walking miracles. It's kind of gas. I got some.
Did you?
Yeah. Men are fighting back on Gooch Grease. You guys get Gooch Grease?
Oh, really? This was like it wasn't what I thought it was when I read the thing.
Yeah, no.
It sounds like a supplement.
It was excretion coming out of your gooch.
Yeah, it's men's gooches are getting all wet and slimy. Like, don't get me wrong, like you get some ball sweat.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on?
They're putting pads in between their fucking on their
They're
tanks.
putting maxi pads on their ball sacks
to catch your gooch grease.
Yeah, they catch up all the gooch grease. I really don't like saying gooch grease.
Yeah,
That's
it sounds disgusting.
It's gross.
Man.
And then when the dude's describing me, it's like part it's poop and sweat and blah blah blah.
Why you don't wipe your butthole?
Take a shower, cuz.
Yeah.
You don't fucking clean
regularly.
You'll be okay.
You should be fine.
Yeah.
Like no one's wife wants to go home and see a bunch of gooch pads in the fucking.
I'm like, hey Rose, you run down the store, give me some more fucking man pads.
Yeah, could you imagine like you were just like telling if you got married to some dude, you've been dating him for a while, and you think like him wearing a gooch pad is like regular, and you go to like tell your girlfriend like, oh, what are you going to the store for? Like, I had to run down the store and get Jack his gooch pads. It's summertime, and they're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, you
realize your husband's the only one that wears the gooch
he's
pads.
He's so grumpy because he's on his period and he's out of gooch pads. What the fuck?
Yeah, pretty gross. All right, let's take a break.
All right, baby, take a quick commercial break. Be right back. More Greenfield Files podcast. You might recognize my voice from Greenfield's Finest Podcast, but you'd recognize my face more from Rosado and Sons Landscaper, where I've been an employee for over 5 years, where I work with owner-son John Rosado. If you're looking for quality landscaping, pressure washing, snow removal, and lawn maintenance, which includes fertilizer, grub control, weed killer, call 412-521-9045. This isn't some pop-up operation. They've been in business for over 80 years. So if you want good, quality work, call Rosado & Sons Landscaping at 412-521-9045. Tell them Z-Bird sent you and get the special discount. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're having car problems right now, there's not really too many places to go that you can trust. One place you can is Meineke Car Care Center, located at 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. They handle everything, not just oil changes, but brakes, maintenance, everything. So if you have car trouble and you need help, make sure you call Meineke Car Care Center, 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. Phone number 412-451-8968, and ask for Arthur. Did you just get the bad news that your girlfriend's fucking your neighbor? Well, it sounds like a pretty shitty situation. I got just the answer. Miracle Movers. You need to move in a hurry? Call Miracle Movers, 412-419-2620. They're fully bonded and insured, and you're not taking any risk like you are with your whore girlfriend. So call Miracle Movers at 412-419-2620 and get out of that house before you catch any STDs. Did you just walk into your bathroom and take a giant shit and realize that your bathroom is a giant pile of shit? Well, I got the answer for you. Bath Factory and Window. You dream it, and they build it. Bath Factory and Window, 412-951-3939. From your bathroom to your windows, transform your home with Bathroom Factory and Window. You can also find them at bathfactoryandwindow.com. Hey, what's going on, folks? I don't know if you knew this, but the number one reason people get lawsuits against them when people come over their house is faulty steps, faulty sidewalks. What are you going to do about it? Your house is a walking booby trap. Well, you can call Giuseppe and Sons. Need your sidewalk and steps fixed or replaced? Call Giuseppe and Sons at 412-421-6711. And if you're looking for any masonry work in the Pittsburgh area, these are the guys you can trust. That's 412-421-6711. what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. We're about to jump into what's grinding our gears. Angry John, what's grinding them gears?
It's Kennywood already.
The Great Escape.
Yeah. They close at 7 p.m.
That's
kind of
early.
nuts.
That's early.
That's a little early, especially when you have a pass and you like to take your kids like during the week when there's not like full-fledged craziness of the weekend.
Yeah.
You get off at work around 5, you get there at like 5:30. When I get an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Yeah,
It
6
used
to
to
9.
close at like 11,
6 to
right?
9 was 9 o'clock during the week was perfectly
okay.
fine with
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
You know, get your ride some rides, get something to eat, get a little ice cream, get the hell out of there. This leaves me almost zero time to go during the week. The hell was their problem?
Who the fuck wants to go on a weekend?
To tell.
Yeah, I haven't been there in so
Like
long.
5 billion people there. You'll never.
I mean, the past couple of summers have been insane, right?
There's been some
couple shootings.
Yeah.
like mass fights.
Yeah.
That's like a new thing. Like, not a new thing. But
Yeah,
is that why they're doing? I
we were
guess.
mass fighting out there as kids.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, dude, like,
That has to be it. I mean,
No, it's definitely what it is.
yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
Dude, so I drive past Kennywood.
Sandcastle's open that late. I think
Is it really?
Sandcastle's
To
like
7?
closed at like
Probably,
7.
yeah.
yeah.
So get some good sun until then.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. The past week, Kennywood has been cracking, dude.
I think it's
With
bunch
all
of
the
my
kids'
traffic
picnics.
is
Picnics,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah,
My
school
brother's
picnics
there
and
today,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, he was here with Rosa. Rosa pawned my kids off on him for some point.
She's like, is there anywhere to smoke a cigarette around
Rose was
here?
like, she was like, Joe, I've been through goddamn Ozark like 46 times. She was like, my kids are right in front of you. Keep my own from me or no?
Dude, when you guys were kids, I feel like this is only being a me thing because like I hated it so much when I was a kid. So on like Greenfield Day, we would like obviously everybody would go. My mom would always like pack a giant cooler and like a big picnic,
And then you'd
shit
go back
like
to
that.
the
And we'd be at the
pavilions.
pavilion,
Yeah.
and like we wouldn't be able to like get like fucking like potato. We wouldn't eat Kennywood food. So we'd go to Kennywood food and be eating like sandwiches,
Bologna
and
sandwiches.
but like there was some. She'd make some. Don't get me wrong.
Right,
There'd
right.
be a major spread. Now I'd be so appreciative of that. Like,
Yeah,
oh man,
before
this
you wanted
this
the
is
fries.
bomb. But before, yeah, but now it's like the Eddie Murphy bit when he's talking about his mom's hamburger
Yeah.
and wanting McDonald's.
Well,
Like that's exactly
yeah,
how.
yeah.
But I hated that shit when I was little.
Dude.
We all did. bud.
Johanna-
Yeah.
Johanna-
That's what I mean. Did you guys? Were
Johanna
you
took the
picnic
kids.
people? I feel
I-
like the Italians are big
I had to
picnic
work.
people.
Yeah, they would bring fruit. It was the whole spread.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, they
but
eat
when I
fruit.
went with my family, though, like we definitely ate all this shit from there. But like, dude, the prices there are like crazy.
Are they?
dude. Yeah, they're getting like PNC Park. Like,
Really?
Dude, what is it like?
Are people drinking them beers there?
It's like 70-something bangers
I
to
don't-
get in.
I never drank a. I don't think I've ever drank a beer there. Probably, but like,
You
even
said-
ju-
I mean, are you
if,
seeing
if
people
you're
walk
just getting
around
some
with
like Dippin' Dots and like
$12.
dude, like
I
yeah,
think Dippin' Dots are $10.
dude, like yeah.
I believe it.
I hate Dippin' Dots.
I don't
I
like
love
them
'em.
either, but
My
like
kids love them.
I love them.
Just give me a fucking swirly cone, and I'll be a happy guy.
Love
you
a
know?
good swirly
Yeah, they're
cone.
expensive.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
because you know what I like about Kennywood and the swirly cone? You get like that rectangle cone, and they
Yeah.
dip it. Like you never see that.
that's
like
a specialty line for that.
Is
yeah.
there? I've
Yeah.
been there so
That's a
long.
custom cone. Everybody knows that.
They have the
You can't,
special
you can't
scoop
get that cone everywhere.
because they scoop out a square piece of ice cream.
Well, you know what? I think it's already made. Then they dip,
they dip it.
and then
Yeah,
they dip it
yeah,
in nuts
for
and
sure,
full of
for
cherry.
sure.
It's
That
so
shit's
fire.
fire.
That is fire.
That's probably my
You got a
favorite thing
Kennywood
there.
right now. And fucking
I'll
going
take
down.
that and a good old fashioned homemade lemonade.
We-
The lemonade, that's one of them things. Like, dude, I like a lemonade. I never drink it, but if someone like at a place like that, like, oh, lemonade, let me have
Well,
one.
see,
of them.
like, yeah, you get one when you got a film. You get like 2 or 3, and then like, yeah,
Everybody passes
everybody
it around.
smashes it a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna drink the whole
You
thing.
can't
my-
drink a whole 40 ounce of
my-
No,
lemonade.
it gives me. I get like bitter beer mouth after like
Get
a couple
ulcers in your
sips.
mouth.
Yeah, it's like
My dad got the meanest fucking brain freeze when we were in Ottawa when I was a kid from a frozen lemonade that I still like.
You
I
can
was
see his face
I was
in
like
your
young
head.
enough to be in Storybook Forest, and I still remember this brain freeze. That's how bad it was.
Was he on the ground with it? Or?
It dropped
He was
him.
seizing.
it seriously, it fucked him up for like 45 minutes. I bet, dude.
He ain't been the
was
same
just-
since.
Dude, it was one of them giant lemonades, but it was frozen, and dude, it hit him wrong, dude, and it put him KO'd him, dude.
Dude, you'll
It
get
put
like
him
a
on the
piece of
ground?
ice that'll like
Dude.
freeze your esophagus, dude. You're done.
I swear I kind of remember him dropping to a knee. I might be exaggerating that, but he definitely sat on a bench for a while, and we had to like leave him alone. You know what I mean? Because it was a horrible brain freeze. And I brought him up to him like semi recently, and he's like, "Dude, that was crazy." You know, I'll never forget that brain freeze.
He's like,
dude, when I was a kid, like I think it was like now that I'm older, like when you think about it, like, dude, like, you know, breathe through your nose, get some hot air going, circulating down there.
But like, that's
when
pure
you're a
panic.
kid, you're just like,
what is happening in my head?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, Shirley, what do you got?
All right, so usually my gear grinders are about the shit that Rosa does wrong, right? Now this one's kind of on par with that, but she did good. So I always bitch about Rosa not, doing shit. She cleans my bathroom the other day, right? And she must have, like, filled my toilet bowl with bleach or something, right? So after work, I come home. I'm like, man, she cleaned my bathroom. This looks awesome. Thanks, Rose. I'm going to sit down and take a shit and then jump in the shower. So apparently your pee head must have ammonia in it because when it hit the bleach water, it, like, created a fucking... like a smog in my bathroom, dude, and it almost killed your boy, dude. I was
like, sulfuric acid.
How much you used, dude?
I don't know. My pee was hot that day. I hadn't drank much, so it was pretty. It was pretty yellow.
One of them hungover peas, all acid.
Oh, dude, and I was like. Like, am I having a stroke, dude? And I think it was just the hydrochloric acid
trying
foaming.
To poison you.
Yeah. Well, that
sounds like it.
That's also a possibility.
That's definitely on the table.
I didn't take that into consideration. I thought she was doing me a favor.
She probably seen a TikTok video on how to kill her husband.
She was like, you know what? You just kill him with bleach and pee.
Yeah, you pretend like you're cleaning his toilet. He goes and pees and dies.
Dude, I swear it was like foaming.
Came over.
You see Rosa going down the chemical plant getting some.
Yeah, now I got to use Gooch pads, dude. You know what I mean? Because my grundle was just melting.
Like Taylor Swift fans. Just go in your pants. It's safer.
Just do it, man.
What's grinding your gears, bro?
My fucking neighbor asked me to water their plants, and I'm like...
Wait, is this the same non-grass
The one
cutter?
that wants you to cut their grass.
Fuck no. They don't even fucking... Their whole yard's a plant.
Hey, Mike, can you cut my grass?
Is that grass cut yet?
Yeah, they've cut it. So it's weird because it's 2 doors down. I never fucking talk to these people. In the wintertime, I would literally... just run the shovel over their sidewalks. They're older people. Then, like, they got, like, a little back deck. I don't bother them. They don't bother me. Never talk to them. They have a couple dogs. And they came and they asked. They hit Addie.
They knocked on a door?
Addie was on the front porch. So Addie's out on the front porch. They stopped by. And how you doing? And we're like, good. And she was, like, asking Addie, like, do you think you guys would be around to help us out water the plants? So I come outside then, and she was like, "Oh, great, you're both here." I'm thinking, like, we never, like, formally even met you. And then she was like, we're getting ready to leave for 10 days. We were wondering if you guys could water the plants. The watering can's right by the back. All you have to, I'm like, Addie goes, well, how often do they need water? She, every day.
Every day?
And I'm like, I was like, yeah, if I remember. I gave the old, if I remember, I'll stop down. I was like, we're pretty busy. And she just, like, gave me a weird look like, I could find someone else. I was like, yeah, I mean,
well,
if you know.
You should have did that before you asked me.
I was kind of a dickhead response.
What?
How old is this lady?
Yeah.
Probably 55, 60.
That ain't that old. She got a daughter somewhere that can water that motherfucker.
Right, I'm just saying, like, yeah, if I can remember after work, I'll stop by and do it. That's all I said. And she was like, well, I could ask someone else. Go ahead.
You said that?
I said, go ahead. I said, yeah, if you find someone else, go ahead. I don't mind.
They catch you on a bad day, dude.
Yeah.
Sounds like it. Jeez.
It was after that comedy show where everyone was, or it was like the day after that comedy show where everyone was talking.
Well, there was only like 4 people talking.
Yes, I just like told, like, dude, I'd do anything for anyone, but I was just like,
stop water their plants.
Yep. He was like, bitch, I hope your plants die.
I'll piss on them. How about that?
That's a serious responsibility because then they come back.
It ain't
raining, and then plants are fucking dead. I'm gonna be known as the guy that didn't water their plants.
So
we've been watering the plants.
You have been?
Yeah.
You know what, though? I respected you were like, find somebody else because that's a lot of responsibility.
No, I didn't say find someone else. We could find someone else. If you know someone that's going to, like,
knock him out.
I was like, that'll be able to do it at a certain time. Like, you might be better off with them. If you really need us to, we will. And she was like, well, I kind of need you to. I said, well, water them. She did showed me where the watering can was at. It was on the back porch. She was like, just come back, water. And I have.
You should have been like, so you don't have anybody else?
No.
Be a nice place to, like, chill or something. I don't know.
But I was just like, that's a lot to put on.
Yeah, do you mind if I chill in here? Like, when you're not around?
And the weird thing is, she talks to other neighbors more. I'm just like,
she probably sees you're a
She don't
landscaper,
trust-
you're a young guy. You got
You're a
truck.
landscaper. You know how to water.
You're a
like
trustworthy one. You shovel her sidewalk. She likes you.
You can't just turn on the hose. You got to put it in a fucking watering can.
the plants are. The thing is, they don't have a spray. I thought about they don't have a spray.
It's
thing.
got an old spigot.
They got a spigot, and they don't have no hose, so I have to turn it on in there, put it in the water, and can dry. If you used a lot of pressure on this, you would fuck these little plants.
Sometimes you more like a drip.
Yeah, you blow the dirt out. So you kind of need to almost half tilt these fellers.
Did you taste that spigot water at all?
No. I
drank
drink
You
spigot
yearning
water.
for some?
Dude, I drank some spigot water not too long ago.
How
dude.
was it?
Terrible.
Dude,
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Fucking terrible.
Depends how cold it is.
Dude,
No, I mean, I let that shit
never
run.
that
I was
cold. If it
dying.
If it comes
I
out of
was,
the house with like air conditioning,
it's cold as fuck.
Dude,
that
I
run.
was
Really?
dying.
You
and
gotta let it run
Yeah,
for a minute.
They didn't have a whole ass AC in GF back in the day when we were drinking out
No,
of
yeah,
spigots.
you're thinking hose water.
Yeah.
Completely different than spigot water.
Nah, if you go straight from the spigot, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like coming out of your sink.
Spigot is
Hose water's another world.
Spigot water is almost always cold because it's coming from the basement. I don't care if it's fucking 1,000 degrees out.
It still has a taste to it.
It sure does, but you know,
Tastes like lead pipe.
well, they're changing them over now.
I got a gear grinder. So I ordered food, I don't know, last weekend, this weekend, something. Nice day out. Paisley's driving me nuts. I'm trying to keep her in the house before the delivery gets there, but I thought I had more time because the guy didn't leave, but I ordered kind of close. So I kind of forgot Paisley was out there. Dude, I just fucking hear a commotion outside. Paisley barking. This kid running from Paisley like Paisley was a grizzly bear. Fucking trips, like falls down. He's trying to take a picture to show like that he dropped it off, but he was so scared of Paisley, he put it on my bottom step. Paisley runs down after him. Fucking knocks over my fucking food and my milkshake. The kid's running. The other dude's in the car like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, dude, what are you doing running from this little ass dog? This dog. But I did leave the dog out. They're like, fuck.
Yeah.
The Uber Eats pick.
They're real lax with this dog.
I didn't lose my dog, did I? Stayed with the neighbor's dog. The Uber Eats pick
He's an animal lover.
is Paisley fucking in front of my food, like guarding it, like growling at the
great.
Uber Eats dude. This fucking poor kid. I'm like, you motherfucker. But luckily, like Purgatory, like fucking wrapped up my milkshake and it didn't go anywhere. So no harm, no foul. But like,
Was this dude legit terrified?
terrified. Dude, Paisley's this big.
Yeah, right.
You
You,
know
could
what I
put her
mean?
in your ass.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
You fire that dog right up your ass.
Yeah.
Put it right up there.
What are you so scared of?
Old Brokeback Jack just fired up his
I
ass.
get it, like you don't love dogs, but he could have left it. Like there's other places he could have left it. He didn't have to even come up on the porch and fucking. But like, dude,
yeah, but a lot of smaller dogs are like they bark.
they yelp.
They yelp.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
fucking they're chasing.
It's not like it's like, dude, like
She went for him though. But
What if she bit his
I would
ass?
have been so mad if I would have lost that milkshake, dude. It was like this Oreo peanut butter pie type milkshake. I would have been unbelievably mad.
How'd it work out at the end?
Fire.
Yeah,
But,
it sounds pretty good.
Yep. But yeah. This kid-
Oreo peanut butter pie. That's you mix two together.
Yeah, it was something. Purgatory got this new shit out right now. It's like it was an Oreo peanut butter. Yeah, like Oreo peanut butter chocolate milkshake. Legit.
Sounds fire.
Pretty good. Let's take a break.
All right, everybody, real quick before we take a commercial break, got a comedy show coming up June 23rd with Matt Light, Bill Crawford, Trevor Austin, and myself and Anthony Shuley. It's going to be up at the Squirrel Hill Sports Bar. We'll be posting a link for that show. It'll be up this week, so if you're looking for tickets and a good show, grab up tickets. All right, everybody, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Z-Bird from Greenfield's Finest Podcast. If you're worried about roofing, windows, siding, soffit, fascia, gutters, spouts, and need help with any of those, call Allen Construction, LLC, 412-954-8337. Whether it's a repair, replacement, they're equipped with the tools and the skills for over 65 years of experience. Remember, Allen Construction, 412-954-8337. And they're not on heroin. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Are you sick of your general contractor having sex with your wife? Well, I was too, and that's when I found out about Schaefer Inc. Schaefer Inc.'s primary goal is to deliver unbeatable quality for all your construction needs. They aim to firstly be a company principle-driven, and to achieve this, the importance is ethical business practices. That includes great work and not having sex with your wife. Please check out Schaefer Inc. for all your contracting needs. Give them a call at 412-915-1694. That's 412-915-1694. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I just drove by your house, and your wall looks like a giant piece of shit. Well, you know that's no good, because anybody can climb up your yard and bang your old lady. That's why you need to call Just Walls, 412-889-4401. Fully insured. And when someone pulls up to your house, make sure the first thing they see is your retaining wall, or the second thing they'll see is your wife's pussy. That's 412-889-4401. Just Walls. Hey, what's going on, everyone? I just drove by your house. You got a giant hole in the side. What's that for? So you can stick your dick in it and your old lady can suck it. You're better than that, man. Get that hole patched up. Why don't you call S&L Remodeling LLC? They do roofing, siding, gutters, downspout, soffit, fascia, and they'll fix that hole so your wife quits sucking everyone's dick. 412-628-9717. And tell them Z-Bird sent you. We're sick of seeing your wife sucking all that cock. Are you sick and tired of bullshit pizza? I knew I was. Thank God there's Capizzuto's Pizza on Greenfield Avenue. They've been in business for over 400 years, making some of Pittsburgh's finest pizza. 412-521-6570. Ask for Nubs and tell them Z-Bird sent you if you want the best pizza in the burg. Man, we've been getting some bad storms around here lately. Very bad. Tree actually fell through my roof. I didn't know what the hell I was going to do. Luckily, I found Greater Pittsburgh Tree Service at 412-415-7331. They have over 27 years of experience, competitive pricing, and it won't break your budget. Give them a call today for all your tree-related needs. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Greenfield Thrives Podcast. We're about to jump into What Would Greenfield Do?
What would Greenfield do?
Whoop, whoop.
You're offered $50,000, but if you accept it, the person you hate the most in the entire world gets $100,000. Are you taking it?
That's an easy yes.
I don't got like.
I don't really hate anybody
I don't really
that
hate
bad.
Anybody all
do
like
not
that.
get the 50,000.
Yeah, I don't even know if I really hate
just
anybody
take the
at all.
50 and pray they blow it.
Yeah,
And it ruins her life.
Yeah, maybe they get a bad drug habit. With
Yeah.
that
That's what I was going to say. Become their coke dealer.
We can do that with 50 grand in our pocket.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good way to look at it. Just start.
I'll make your 50 my 50.
I seen where you got this from.
Yeah, it was on Twitter.
And
right?
the one dude was like, I would just end up with $150,000.
Yeah, it was a good joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate anybody enough to like leave myself like not getting $50,000.
Take that $50K.
That'd be cool if somebody hated me that much and I got $100K though.
Yeah, that'd be some serious hate.
Yeah, it'd be nice to know like which son of a bitch really hates me that much.
Yeah, what did I do to you?
Yeah, why are you so
that
mad?
I'm sure I don't remember.
Make one joke at a memorial, and next thing you know,
I said one thing on a podcast 3 years ago.
Oh man, would you rather win a Little League World Series title or be a AAA baseball player who never made it to the big league? So you win a Little League World Series when you're a kid, your career ends there, or you play all the way up, you make it to the minors, but you never make it to the show.
I take the AAA.
I think that, I don't know, I love the Little League World Series.
No, winning one in Williamsport. Just think about how much we talk about the
Williamsport?
Yeah. We're not talking about like GBA.
Yeah, like
I'm talking about the big
big
Little League World
stage.
Series.
I don't know. I'd rather be the AAA guy, dude. Like, because you always got that
glimmer of hope.
But
you don't know that as you're
branch off into
chasing,
coaching.
right?
You know what I mean?
Baseball. I think baseball players make okay money in AAA. No.
I have no clue, to be honest.
I know
I'd love to make an opinion.
It's not like the
on it.
Arena League where they're making like $500 a week.
Right. It's no. You're not making like $2,000 a year for playing.
There's so many levels to minor league baseball, but like the AAA is definitely the highest. So like
Yeah,
I
you're
have
making
to
a couple
think.
bucks.
I think you're making somewhat because you're on your way to the. I mean, like you get called up any fucking day.
Right, you're eating good, and you know it's like
There's probably some
a
coups that come-
fraternity type of thing. You're hanging out with your boys. You're taking buses everywhere, and like
Yeah,
you said,
that's
the
fun.
There's
coos
a lot of
around.
hope. There's a lot of hope there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's what I
Eventually
mean.
it gets crushed.
You
but
do that till you're like 27, probably.
Yeah.
And then you got to be like,
And then you go
bite the
sell it-
bullet.
then you
Like
go
there's
sell
your rap.
insurance.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm a real estate
Like,
agent
dude, what's
now.
Sean
Yeah.
doing? He's first base coach down in North Carolina.
Yeah, time of his life. He might drink too much, but that's okay.
They always did.
Yeah. So what? Every time he gets drunk, he hits me and tells me about what could have happened.
You're tan all the time. You're probably golfing a lot. Yeah, triple A.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
the
that
answer.
Little League World Series.
Yeah.
But it would. I mean, that would. I mean,
oh, dude, isn't that great? You peaked when you were 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like.
Yeah, next thing you know, 20 years later, you're on a podcast talking about a championship you won in 1995.
Right, and you have nothing to live up. You know. Yeah, I mean, Greenfield Cougars. That was the same thing, wasn't it?
I heard we're gonna remake that sweatshirt.
Yeah, we're in the midst of it.
Really?
I'm 95 Cougars.
I'm gonna make it.
No,
I want her to make us all. Will she make us all pins?
No, she had the paw prints up the back, and it was like, rawr.
What did that? I'm trying to remember that. It was gray.
It's at SWPMFL, Southwestern Pennsylvania Midget.
It was like 17.
They had our schedule and the scores on the back.
Yeah.
It was hard.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll definitely sell a few of them.
There's 12 people that'll buy it.
Yeah, right.
We'll sell 4.
Yeah.
We'll make Eagle Tits buy one.
We try the people that are on that squad that are no longer alive or in jail. We can probably sell about 6.
Yeah.
Or maybe just can't afford a sweatshirt. So maybe we're down. Maybe it's just us.
It's just us 4, I think.
Us 4. Andy
will buy one.
And
oh, Eagle Tits. Jesus Christ, superstar. You see that catch? I fucking feel like
I tried to help you out with the Pele myself.
Oh my man, went down like a ton of bricks. All right, let's end on that note.
On that note.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe on YouTube. Don't forget about the comedy show we got coming up, and also, if you can, sign up for Patreon. It helps us out to keep going every week. Everyone have a great week, and remember, folks, Greenfield loves you. That's all we got. We're out.